Hey guys, this is Gomtang Part 2. Welcome back. In Part 1, we boiled our beef bones for 6 hours in our Gamasot after blanching and washing them. We took the bones out while the soup was still hot, then scooped out the gelatinous soup once it had cooled. In Part 2, we are going to boil the soup 2 more times over the next 2 days. We're putting the same batch of bones back into the Gamasot. You can see that the bone marrow has started to melt out, so the bones are getting hollow in the middle. After the third boil, the inside of the bones will look almost like a spider web. Now add water. I had some help from my baby. Fill it up to cover the bones. Then fire it up again. So it's the same process here, guys. After 4 to 6 hours, we're going to take out the bones, let the soup cool down overnight, then scoop the soup out so we can reboil the bones. Throw the bones back in, add water, and boil for another 4 to 6 hours. So while that's boiling away, we're going to eat the su육 first. As I said in part 1, beef tail makes one of the most tender types of su육, so we separated that out. We're finishing the su육 inside our kitchen. We also added some of the soup from the first boil to the su육 to make sure it stays juicy. You can see here that the soup from the first boil is very yellowish from all the fat. Later, you'll see that the soup becomes cloudier and whiter after the third boil. Just give it a quick boil here, then do the chopstick test to see if a metal chopstick slides into the meat with very little resistance. Everything looked good, so heat off, and now we are going to serve. For the su육, top it off with just a little bit of that soup to keep everything moist. And here it is, our 꼬리수육. 꼬리 means tail. We're going to serve it with some salt and a simple sauce made with soy sauce, parsley vinegar, and spicy mustard. We had another friend over that day, so we shared some su육 with traditional soju. Really good stuff. So this is after the third boil, guys. I've already taken out the bones, then I added all the soup from the first and second boils back into the same gamasot and boiled everything together for about an hour. You can see the color change from the first batch of soup. The reason we boil everything together is for that balance. As I said, the first batch is more oily and mostly has the flavor of the meat and the fat on the bones. The third batch has very little fat, but it has a really deep bone marrow flavor. So we boil them together so all those flavors mix into one very complex broth. It also helps sterilize the soup before freezing. So this is a lot of soup and is almost filled to the top, but the shape of the gamasot helps keep it from boiling over because it curves inward. We are going to leave the rest to freeze in the gamasot over the cold winter night and bring one pot inside for the dinner. I also boiled some satay or beef shank with the second batch and cooled it in the fridge overnight. We're going to slice it thinly for su육 as well. This cut has really good flavor and there's gelatinous sinew in the middle that tastes great, but it can be tough if you don't slice it very thinly. So chill the meat in the fridge first so it sets before you try to cut it. I've taken off some of the fat, but you can leave it on if you want. So here's our victory meal. I didn't want to waste the first batch soup that I had taken out earlier for the 꼬리수육, so I added that to my bowl. That's why my soup looks greasier than the rest of the gamasot soup that I'm freezing for the winter. Anyhow, I have the soup we worked on for 3 whole days. Plain white rice, some baked salt for the soup, new kimchi made just a few days before filming this, and satesu육. The soup will sit in our freezer in portions and we'll be eating it all throughout the winter. One great way to use this soup is for tteokguk on New Year's Day. I also have a video on making tteokguk, so check that out. So that's it for this video. As I said in part 1, this video is giving off bizarre food kind of vibes, but it's really good. So I hope you keep an open mind and give it a try. Happy cooking!